Hello, this is Zsa Zsa. And on this Rand McNally video trip, I'm going to tell you all about some of the great honeymoon resorts. We are going to take a look at 5 of my favorites: the Poconos, Bermuda, Jamaica, Mexico, and Hawaii. About the 3 other ones, I'm not going to talk right now. After all, I was married 8 times. These places are so romantic. I'm going to show you all the little things which makes a honeymoon really happy. You're so lucky, darlings. What places. I start with the Poconos. Oh, God, I can't even pronounce the name. But then why do I have to pronounce it when you can take a bubble bath in a great big champagne glass and drink champagne with your favorite man? The Poconos are located in Pennsylvania, about 2 hours from the major cities in the East Coast. Believe it or not, darling, the Poconos are in America. But it's almost a different world. The Poconos are fantastic for a honeymoon, and you can take a different husband for each season. There are 2 airports in the surrounding area. The major highway crosses northern Pennsylvania, so it's easy to get there. There are wonderful places in the Poconos. Champagne dinners with candlelight, nightclubs and discos, and of course breakfast in bed. Oh, I love that. Well, darlings, the Poconos really loves honeymooners. There are many fantastic resorts here, but I can only talk to you about a few. But this will give you an idea why the Poconos are the ideal place for honeymooners. One of the resorts is Strickland's, located in Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania. It has a beautiful mountain setting and surprisingly sophisticated nightlife. You can have a private chalet or a fantastic suite. You can have a swimming pool right in your own room if you want. And speaking of water, the Poconos are especially famous for one thing: the heart-shaped tubs. They come in all sizes and colors. It doesn't matter what size your husband is, you can always find one for him. There's water everywhere in Poconos. And spas and saunas. If you get tired, you can always go to a spa and get renewed, or take a shower for 2 in your room, which is, of course, much more sexy. Another resort is in Penn Hills, located in a place I can't pronounce. This can be a private paradise, and has all the things the Poconos are famous for. For instance, let's take a look at the mirrors. Everywhere there are mirrors. Oh, it's so romantic. And for the first marriage, second or third marriage, it's perfect. After that, if you time out, there is swimming and tennis, racquetball, volleyball, ice skating, roller skating, archery, ping pong, miniature golf, and billiard. But darling, if you have time to do all this athletics, then you better get a divorce right now. There's nothing more exciting than lying in a bearskin rug in front of a fireplace. And the Poconos have fireplaces and fireplaces. Now we come to Cove Haven in Lakeville. This place is famous for its beds, and I'm sure you want to see the beds. Round beds are everywhere. French beds, Italian beds, German beds, even English beds. And one other special thing about Cove Haven, they have a whirlpool bath shaped like a champagne glass, just for you two darlings. That exciting? And this was the Poconos. I still can't pronounce it. If I excited you enough to spend your honeymoon here, just call or write to the Poconos Mountains Vacation Bureau. They'll send you information to help you make up your mind. And now I have to change into another beautiful dress to take you to Bermuda. Bermuda is in the Atlantic Ocean, just 600 miles off the Carolina coast. It appears to be one single island, but actually, Bermuda is made up of some 150 islands which are connected by bridge. Bermuda is only 2 hours from New York by jet. Its major cities are Hamilton and St. George. Did you know that Bermuda introduces the game of tennis to the United States in 1874? Today there are more than 100 tennis courts on the tiny island of Bermuda, and there are more golf courses per square mile than any other country in the world. Bermuda has other international claims to fame. It has the third highest standard of living in the world. There's no pollution, no unemployment, and no illiteracy. And Bermuda's waters are the clearest in the Atlantic. Oh, that sounds so wonderful. Now the pièce de résistance, Bermuda from a distance. Isn't it beautiful? The limestone roofs are designed to catch raindrops for drinking water. And you know how good rainwater is for your skin. Just look at the English girls. And look at the colors. Absolutely breathtaking. The color of the beaches. Gorgeous. You could go there without a man and still have a good time. Nowhere else in the world you will find beaches the color of coral, pink, and vanilla. I think all beaches should be pink and all men should be cowboys like Clint Eastwood. He can come to my house any time with his horse. The Bermuda beaches are actually made of millions and millions of tiny pink coral shells. It's warm and exciting. Bermuda is a perfect place for honeymoon. I should know. I honeymooned there with George Sanders. And you know, my dear, he was very, very British. Let's visit Hamilton. It's the largest city in Bermuda and one of my favorite cities in the whole world. Front Street is famous for shopping. Pastel-colored shops sell British and French goods, and they are bargains, as the first $400 of purchases are duty-free. And now we are coming to the pubs. What could be better than an English pub with a big, bosomy girl serving you ale and stout? And they never make you feel like an American. You feel at home right away. Or you can take out your camera and photograph the policeman, called Bobby, directing traffic on Queen Street, as everybody else has done before you. Just outside Hamilton is historic Fort Hamilton. A short climb gives you a marvelous view on the entire city and the harbor. Going down the South Shore Road west, we find beaches, beaches, and more beaches. Elbow Bay, Estwood Beach, Warwick Long Bay, Jobson Cove, Chaplin Bay, Horseshoe Bay, and East Vale Bay, to name a few. Imagine to be able to choose your own beach or having a beach all to yourself, especially on your honeymoon. Continuing up on the coast, we reach Somerset Village. Somerset scenery is perfect for cycling, picnicking, or just plain making love. You can swim in Mangrove Bay, a former smuggler's harbor. Boy, do I love smugglers. Or swim in Somerset Long Bay, and you can rent a boat almost everywhere. Just off the Cambridge beaches, you can visit the Maritime Museum. Proceeding down the South Shore Road east, we discover Bermuda's beautiful gardens. Nothing can be more beautiful than an English garden. Darling, don't forget to take your camera. Also east on South Shore Road is historical St. David's Lighthouse. Can you imagine? The same lighthouse used to guide the pirates like Errol Flynn, Douglas Fairbanks to the island to take the fair maidens away from their stuffy lord and masters. Finally, the South Shore Road east takes us to the old town of St. George, Bermuda's oldest settlement. Look at the narrow streets, the bright houses freshly painted in dazzling pink, sky blue, and cinnamon. Take a minute to climb to the steps of St. Peter's, the oldest Anglican church in the Western Hemisphere. History buffs will also enjoy Fort St. Catherine with guns and cannon still in place, and inside are the replicas of the British crown jewels on display. Wednesday is the ideal day to visit St. George, when the noonday cannon is fired, and that's something for me, and the drunken people and the unfaithful husbands are dunked in the water. Boy, we don't have enough water in California for that. At St. George, you can climb aboard a replica of the 300-year-old ship Deliverance and pose for a picture in the old stocks and pillory in King's Square. Darlings, Bermuda also has golf, tennis, swimming, horseback riding, scuba diving, boating, and fishing. And if that wouldn't be enough, the nightlife is exciting and wonderful. There are shows in every hotel, discos, dining and dancing. There are all kinds of lodging available in Bermuda, everything from small, intimate to luxury hotels. Two resort hotels which cater especially to honeymooners are the Elbow Beach Hotel and the Marriott Castle Harbor. The Elbow Beach Hotel has beautiful rooms and suites. You can choose a bungalow on 34 acres in gorgeous tropical gardens. There are day and night tennis and all other sports. Marriott Castle Harbor on 250 acres, and most of the rooms have fantastic views of Castle Harbor and Harrington Sound. The hotel is so large you can play golf, water ski, scuba dive, lie on the beach, and play tennis without ever leaving the grounds. Many hotels offer special honeymoon packages, and if you have been once in Bermuda, you must come back again, even if it's with a new husband. Darling, if you want romance, English style, then go to Bermuda. If you would like to honeymoon in Bermuda, we can give you some helpful information for planning your trip.
There are a number of direct flights each day to and from most major East Coast cities. Flight time is only a little over an hour. Upon your arrival in Bermuda, you'll need to show your return ticket, plus proof of citizenship, either a passport, birth certificate, or voter registration card. There are no rental cars in Bermuda. You may travel by ferry, bus, taxi, moped, or grand carriage. Driving is on the left-hand side of the road, and the maximum speed limit anywhere is 20 miles per hour. Bermuda has a subtropical climate with moderate weather year-round and no rainy season. From May through November, the daytime highs are usually in the low 70s to 80s with nighttime temperatures in the 70s. A spring-like winter lasts from December to March, when daytime temperatures in the high 60s are perfect for tennis, golf, shopping, or sightseeing. As a rule of thumb, dress conservatively. Bathing suits, abbreviated tops, and short shorts aren't acceptable except at beaches and pools. Also, bare feet and hair curlers are not acceptable anywhere in public. It's an offense to ride cycles or appear in public without a shirt or just wearing a bathing suit top. Most restaurants and nightclubs require gentlemen to wear a jacket and tie in the evenings. 110 volts, 50 cycles is standard. No adapter is necessary, so all your hair dryers and curlers will work just fine. Bermuda's dollar is equal to $1 US. American currency and traveler's checks are widely accepted. Many restaurants, shops, and some larger hotels accept credit cards. Ask your travel agent for details. Write or call the Bermuda Department of Tourism nearest you, and they'll send you a special book on honeymooning in Bermuda.
Now let's go several hundred miles to the south, to the Caribbean Sea, to Harry Belafonte's Jamaica. But before that, I have to take off my sweater. Jamaica is only 90 minutes from Miami by jet. The balmy air, the breezes, the excitement of the Caribbeans, goodness, it's all coming back to me. Jamaica is a larger island than Bermuda, about 4,500 square miles. Its major cities include Negril, Falmouth, Ocho Rios, Port Antonio, and of course Montego Bay and Kingston. Jamaica is a blend of unique contrasts. The national motto is no problem. That is wonderful. Yet by night, a complete different Jamaica emerges from the tropical surroundings. A Jamaica that dances with excitement. Let's explore a little, starting with the North Shore. Hotels with famous Montego Bay, discos, pina coladas, isolated beaches. It's a wonderful town. In the center of town is Sam Sharp Square, named after a slave leader and a national hero who led the Christmas Rebellion in the early 1800s. This is the old courthouse, and it's an exact replica of the original, which was built in 1817 and was destroyed by fire. Also in the center of town is the cage. It was built in 1807 as a lockup to hold runaway slaves, disorderly seamen, and unfaithful husbands. Montego Bay has so many wonderful landmarks that I can't name them all. The St. James Parish Church, built in 1775 and finished in 1882, is regarded as one of the most wonderful churches in Jamaica. The building is in the form of a Greek cross with the bell tower at the western end. Imagine, in Montego, you shop in the public market. The first thing, of course, you do to buy yourself a big straw hat. Then you start bargaining and bargaining and bargaining for scarves, vases, peasant skirts, maybe a new whatever. Moving across the North Shore, we discover Falmouth. In its heyday, Falmouth was the busiest port on the north side. Many of original buildings can still be seen. Falmouth offers two especially interesting activities. One is a famous rafting tour down the Martha Brae River on a bamboo raft. The other is the Rose Hall Great House, where the White Witch, Annie Palmer, is said to have murdered her husband. Next in Dunn's River Falls, near Ocho Rios, where giant steps climb from the sea up to the hills. It's 600 feet to the top. Ocho Rios hasn't grown much. It used to be an old pirate hangar. Imagine gorgeous, violent pirates right here where you stand now. Ocho Rios also offers interesting things to do. You can see Firefly, my good old friend Noel Carr's house, and Chopin Gardens. Our North Shore journey concludes with Port Antonio. Port Antonio is a seaside town in the most tropical part of Jamaica. There's deep sea fishing off the coast, a wonderful raft ride on the nearby river. And now Kingston, Jamaica, the largest English-speaking city south of Florida with an estimate of 700,000 population. Visit the colorful craft market where everything is bought and sold, and bargaining. I love it. Visit Devon House in Hope Road. Devon House was built in 1881 by a Jamaican millionaire and is now a national monument, regarded as one of the finest examples of Jamaican domestic architecture today. Or you can walk through the Botanic Garden, famous for its gorgeous orchids. One thing that makes Jamaica a great place for honeymoon, of the resorts, they don't accept singles or families with children. You'll be amazed by the wonderful atmosphere that creates. And the hotels includes everything in the initial price. Sport, entertainment, food and wine. What a fantastic way to start a marriage. In Montego Bay, an excellent resort is Sandals. It tends to be a little more relaxing than some of the others. They offer all the sports, but they offer some things that tend to be a little bit more laid back, like helping you discover the satisfaction of building a sandcastle. The nightlife is exotic, but not so frantic. In Ocho Rios, one of the best hotels is called Couples. The rooms are comfortable, the restaurants are good, and the nightlife is sophisticated. And it's on some of Jamaica's most beautiful beachfront. Also in Ocho Rios, the Plantation Inn has been rated as one of the 300 best hotels in the world. It overlooks a beautiful bay bordered by soft, white beach fringed with palms, crystal clear waters and coral reefs. Only 100 yards from the beach makes water sports a dream come true. Tennis, sailing, fishing, diving, windsurfing, horseback riding, and championship golf are all available. The Plantation Inn has a wonderful restaurant and a distinguished wine cellar. The rooms are more like suites, and afternoon tea completes the elegant atmosphere. Jamaica is marvelous. And don't you love their accent? They don't understand my accent, and I don't understand their accent. Maybe that's why we get along so well. The island has a fantastic attraction for me. I think it's voodoo. But seriously, darlings, if you like to honeymoon in Jamaica, and who wouldn't, here are some things you have to know about it.
There are direct flights to both Kingston and Montego Bay from most of the major East Coast cities. It's only a 90-minute flight from Miami. To enter Jamaica, you need a proof of citizenship and a ticket for an onward destination for a visit not exceeding 6 months. Proof of citizenship is a passport, British certificate, naturalization papers, or birth certificate. Rental cars are available at both the Kingston and Montego Bay airports. Jamaican roads are good, but remember, driving is on the left. Taxis are easy to find in all the resort areas. Air taxis service the major resort areas, and there's a daily train between Kingston and Montego Bay. The average yearly temperature is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Ladies may need a light shawl in the evening. Dress in the resort areas is informal. Some hotels require casual evening wear for women and jackets for men in the dining and nightclub rooms. Official rate of exchange is $1 US is equal to $5.50 Jamaican, although this varies. Under Jamaican law, it's illegal to take Jamaican currency into or out of the island or to make payment for services in hotels, car rentals, and purchases in duty-free shops, except in Jamaican dollars. Currency may be exchanged at any bank during regular business hours or at exchange bureaus in the airports and hotels island-wide. 110 volts, 50 cycles is standard, but 220 volts is available in some hotels. Your curlers and blow dryers will work without adapters. To get more information on honeymooning in Jamaica, call or write the Jamaica Tourist Board office nearest you.
Well, now let's leave Jamaica with their wonderful color and music. Let's go west to Mexico and Mexican Riviera, to Acapulco and Manzanillo. Honeymoon in Mexico can be wonderful if you want to be lazy. But then who wants a new husband who is lazy? Not me. But seriously, I will tell you some wonderful things about honeymooning in Mexico. But now I have to change my dress. I've done too long. Acapulco and Manzanillo are only about 600 miles apart of the west coast of Mexico. In Acapulco, there's good shopping, wonderful nightlife. It's a sophisticated international city, and it's really wonderful. During the day, you can bake on the Golden Beach. At night, clubs and discos are full of international, beautiful people. Acapulco gets up late and stayed up all night. You can have breakfast until 2 in the afternoon, luncheon until 4, and dinner from 10 o'clock on. Then around midnight is when the real fun begins. Darling, you have to take more than a new husband to Acapulco. You have to take gorgeous clothes and gorgeous jewelry. The competition is fierce. But don't worry, if you don't have it, give him a margarita and he'll buy you half of Acapulco. And if he's really a good boy, you can buy him some wonderful, gorgeous Mexican shirts. Acapulco is popular because it's a beautiful location. The city is embraced by the green of the Sierra Madre and the blue of Acapulco Bay. The activities center around Costera Miquel Aleman, the wide boulevard that parallels the bay. There are fantastic hotels and shops and boutiques, and everything is great. And the street vendors are every place. You can't visit Acapulco without watching the diving from La Guabrada, a cliff 150 feet above the water below. Before a dive, they pray at the diver's shrine near the top. Afterwards, they circulate among the crowds and collect donations. For a different kind of fun, there are dozens and dozens of discos, having the most colorful people dancing the whole night. The hundreds of hotels in Acapulco have a standard for plushness that few resorts in the world can match. The Las Brisas Hotel is rated as one of the top hotels in the world. It's overlooking Acapulco Bay. Is it gorgeous? The honeymoon package includes a casita, it's a private pool, a pink and white jeep, and a membership in a private beach club. Now we move up to the coast to Manzanillo. Manzanillo is a halfway point on the Pacific shore between US and Guatemala. It's an important port for commerce with the Orient. Tourists come here for peace and quiet. It's as different from Acapulco as day and night. If you are really in love, you come here because there are 10 miles of beaches and secluded bays, brilliant white buildings, blue skies, and water makes an area look more like a Greek island than Mexican resort. The downtown area is small, but its charm makes a visit worthwhile. The main plaza is picturesque, with cast iron street lamps and bandstands dating from the Victorian era. Many tourists come to Manzanilla, mainly the honeymooners, and never leave their hotel. Las Hadas, which means the ferries, is perhaps the most colorful resort in Mexico, and possibly the most romantic place under the sun. A world so perfect it was chosen as a setting for the movie 10. Dudley Moore pursued his dream, Bo Derek, on the beach at the Las Hadas resort. Las Hadas also has its own private golf course, ranking among the most beautiful and approved by the Golf Digest. The sail fishing is the best in the world. Even the Las Hadas pool is extraordinary. A lagoon fringed with islands, waterfalls, and swimming up bar. Isn't that fantastic? The honeymoon package here includes a suite with a private terrace, sunset cruise, a membership at the golf and tennis club. I can understand if you want to honeymoon in Mexico. After all, what could be better? Margaritas and a new husband. And after 2 margaritas, he will look even better. And now, my darlings, a man who speaks English will give you some information about Mexico.
The easiest way to get to Mexico is on a commercial airliner. Flights are available from most major American cities. But remember, the number of bags you carry is strictly limited, and excess baggage can get very expensive. Traveling to Mexico really requires surprisingly little paperwork. You need a tourist card available at many travel agencies and at most ticket counters of airlines flying into Mexico. You'll need proof of citizenship, a passport, or a birth certificate. And be sure to show it when you're ready to leave Mexico. You'll have to go through U.S. Customs when you return home. To help speed up your re-entry into the U.S., make sure you keep receipts for everything you've purchased. And it also helps to pack all your purchases together so the customs agent doesn't have to look in every suitcase. Once you're in Mexico, it's easy to get from place to place, either by air or by train. The trains in Mexico are very well maintained and very inexpensive. Published schedules are usually just general guidelines, so don't plan on the trains being exactly on time. We recommend a sleeper compartment. They're much more comfortable and cost only a few dollars more. Ferry boats run daily from some beach resorts and can make a great overnight trip. Preparing food in Mexico is almost an art form, and despite what you may think, it's not all hot and spicy. Many people do worry about the infamous Montezuma's revenge, the upset stomach, or worse, that you can get from many sources, including a change in your diet. Your best bet is to talk to your family doctor beforehand and get his advice on how to prevent and treat any problems. In general, the water at the better hotels and restaurants is safe to drink, but you may want to stick to bottled water, soft drinks, or a good Mexican beer. Acapulco and Manzanillo have warm temperatures all winter long, with highs during the day in the mid-70s to mid-80s. The rainy season is from June through October. From November through April, any rain is usually just a quick afternoon shower. The clothing to take should be casual, but you'll definitely need more than just shorts and bathing suits. You'll see people at the discos and nightclubs dressed just as fancy as anywhere in the U.S. Anytime you go to Mexico, especially during the busy winter season when overbooking is common, take every precaution to make sure you have a room waiting for you. Start with a prepaid reservation and request written confirmation directly from the hotel. Don't rely solely on your travel agent. If you still have trouble once you arrive, call the Tourism Ministry in Mexico City. Many people are afraid that if they can't speak Spanish, they'll have a hard time in Mexico. Well, in general, you don't have to worry. Staff members at all major hotels, restaurants, and shops speak English about as well as you do. If you're going to get away from the main tourist area, a good phrase book will prove invaluable. Most of your purchases in Mexico will be priced and paid for in pesos. You can convert dollars into pesos at any major bank in the U.S., but we recommend converting just enough to get through the first couple of days. Carry the rest of your money in traveler's checks and convert at a Mexican bank. It's safer, and you just may get a better exchange rate. Most places take major U.S. credit cards, although some hotels take only cash. The electrical system is the same as in the United States, so you won't need an adapter.
As you see, I've changed my dress, and now we are in Hawaii. Hawaii does not need any introduction. It's only 5 hours by jet from Los Angeles. And oh my God, what a change! Hawaii is the big island. It lies 200 miles southwest of Oahu, and big it is, 93 miles long and 76 miles wide. It's bigger than all the other Hawaiian islands combined. The big island has only active volcanoes in Hawaii. How exciting. There are rainforests, deserts, black sand beaches, grasslands, and even snow-capped mountains. There are 2 different sides to Hawaii. The east side has Volcano National Park and the city of Hilo. The dry west side is in the center of the tourist resort development with golf, fishing, boating, and other activities you'd expect. On the east coast, Hilo is worth visiting. It's the center for the island's commerce. You can begin your day at 7:30 at the Suisan Fish Market, where you can watch giant tuna, mahi-mahi, and other fish being auctioned off in Chinese, Japanese, Hawaiian, and English. Not Hungarian, unfortunately. East of downtown in Wailuku River State Park, where you'll find rainbow falls and boiling pots, a good place for a picnic lunch. One thing about Hilo is that it's wet. It rains about 140 inches each year. The moisture and the warm temperature makes an ideal climate for orchids. Many gardens and nurseries are open to the public. If you make a reservation, you visit the Hawaiian Tropical Botanic Garden, 5 miles north in Hilo. Only 50 visitors a day are allowed. Driving south of Hilo on the road to the volcanoes, there are several stops to make. The Moana Loa macadamia nut plantation. Oh, do I love those. Kaimu Black Sand Beach. And the Queen's Bath, now a popular swimming pool, but once reserved as a bathing area for the Hawaiian royalty. Finally, 30 miles from Hilo, you enter the Hawaiian Volcanoes National Park, the most popular attraction on the Big Island. There are two active volcanoes, Mauna Loa, which is 14,000 feet, and Kilauea, which is 4,000 feet. When these volcanoes erupt, they do so gently with fire fountains and lava that forms rivers and lakes on their way to the sea. They're usually so safe that when they erupt, everyone wants to see it. You have about 2% chance of seeing a volcano erupt during your visit, and each usually lasts less than a week. Start at the Volcano House Hotel on the rim of Kilauea to view the 2 miles wide volcano. They say that the fire in the Volcano House Hotel fireplaces has been kept continuously burning since 1870. Drop in at the visitor center, walk to the devastation trail, and play golf on the most unusual course on the edge of an active volcano. On the western shore of the Big Island is the sun-baked Kona coast. Kailua Kona is the center of a marlin fishing. Charter boats are available, and the success rate is very high. Marlins in excess of 1,300 pounds have been caught here. Kailua Kona is actually a town, and the area stretches 5 miles to the south. The main part of the town lies on the street and easily explored on foot. There are open-air restaurants, interesting shops, and several historic sites. Among these are the royal compound of King Kamehameha the Great, Hulihehe Palace, and I thought Hungarian was difficult. And don't miss a visit to the Kailua Candy Company. South of Kailua Kona, there's St. Peter's Catholic Church, hardly larger than a playhouse. It was built on the site of an ancient Hawaiian temple. As you drive along the Kona coast, the beaches are rimmed with cocoa palms leaning against the trade winds. The sun bounces on the sea. A few miles south are St. Benedict's Church, one of the island's 2 hand-painted churches, and the restored City of Refuge. Offenses in ancient Hawaii were dealt with severely. However, if the offender could reach the City of Refuge safely, he could be blessed by the priest and return to his family. Isn't that wonderful? It's now a historical park. At Napoopoo, the Kealakekua Underwater State Park offers snorkelers and divers 100 feet of visibility with thousands of tropical fishes and spectacular coral groves. There are 5 breathtaking golf courses in the area. Some of the courses are cut through the lava fields. Oh, is that exciting! The northern end of the Big Island is Hawaiian cowboy country. The Parker Ranch covers 250,000 acres here, and it's the largest private-owned ranch in the United States. Waimea is a neat little town with lovely buildings lining the street. One last adventure you want to try is snow skiing on the Mauna Kea. It's almost 13,000 feet high. Some of the best resorts on the islands are located on Kona coast of Hawaii. There's one thing that's truly special, the Kona Village Resort. That's what you think about when you dream of a Polynesian honeymoon. Thatched roof cottages are located along the beach beside lazy lagoons or are hidden in groves of palm trees. Swim in the clear Pacific on one of the best beaches on the island. And on Friday night, live like a king at the fantastic Lua with gorgeous girls, but you have to do something with your husband's eyes.
Awila mahaka hikina alama lama o Hawaii Awila mahaka hikina alama lama o Hawaii Aina ia mai kapuana kala ni kahavika no ala
There are special honeymoon packages and even very special wedding ceremonies if you want to get married in paradise. I love Hawaii. This is a make-believe life here, and I love make-believe. What could be better than a honeymoon on the Big Island? And now my wonderful English-speaking friend will give you some very important information.
It's easy to get to the Big Island by air. There are direct flights from the mainland to Kona, or you can make connections through Honolulu. The flight from Honolulu is only a few minutes, and there are a number of flights each day. Getting around on the Big Island is most convenient with a rental car with many special packages available. There are also a number of tour companies as well. They go to every major attraction and can make your visit even easier. In resort areas, winter temperatures range from an average low of 65 degrees to an average high of 79 degrees, and from 73 to 87 degrees in summer. As you move away from the beach areas, temperatures will range from the 50s to the 70s. The greatest chance for rain is during the winter, when resort areas will average 3 to 4 inches a month. During the summer, these same areas will average less than an inch each month. Lightweight, comfortable clothing is the rule throughout the year. Only a few exclusive restaurants require a coat and tie. Also, to ward off the noonday sun, bring a hat or buy one made of cocoa fronds. For the winter months, pack a sweater for the cool evenings and a small umbrella. Also, bring a heavier jacket if you're going to visit any of the mountainous areas on Kauai, Maui, or the Big Island. If you're looking for a honeymoon in paradise, call or write the Hawaii Visitors Bureau, and they'll send you a complete packet of information.
Darlings, thank you for letting me be your hostess. I had a wonderful time trying out the best resorts with my husband. And don't forget it, if you like more information on any of these places, look for the Rand McNally video trip to Bermuda, the Bahamas, Jamaica, Hawaii, and Mexico's beach resorts. Au revoir, darlings, and I hope you'll have a happy, happy, happy honeymoon.